I was wondering, if you could keep on because the force it's got a lot of power and it makes me feel like it makes me feel like
A nomos refers to the lot and order of a society or community of any form. The nomos is formed through a dialectic process in which individuals influence society and society influences individuals. The steps in this process of constructing reality include externalization, objectivation, and internalization. Externalization consists of individuals communicating ideas, behavior, etc. Certain externalized ideas become more commonly accepted and therefore objectivated. Ideas that are more commonly objectivated by a certain group, whether it is an entire civilization, religion, community, or even a smaller group, structure the nomos of that group. Then individuals who live within the nomos internalize objectivated ideas, which means that they personally accept the objectivated ideas as true. These same individuals eventually externalize ideas that become objectivated in various degrees, and the cycle continues indefinitely. In the time before the iPads, the community of William Jewell College lived under a nomos where technology wasn't prevalent. Students used physically printed books in a real library, and it was more common to use paper and pencils to take notes. At the college, technology such as iPads wasn't commonly used by the students, faculty, and staff. While people did use iPads and other forms of technology during this time, the college did not base its image on being technologically focused. This nomos continued to function until it came under the force of anime. Anime refers to the forces that disrupt or challenge the objectivated knowledge that structures a nomos. One day, the administrators of William Jewell were trying to think of how to raise more money for the college because they had an imbalanced budget. So, since they ran a business that happened to be a school, too, they decided that making the college more appealing to students would increase enrollment so that there was a steadier intake of profit. Now they just had to figure out how to make the college more appealing to the students. One of the administrators came across an article by Apple listing numerous ways that one-to-one device distribution leads to success in academic institutions. In the article, Apple explained how a school providing iPads for its entire community leads to people functioning better in a worldwide nomos run by Apple. That same day, a representative of Apple was walking around the college towns in the Midwest looking for a way to distribute the large quantities of iPads. She had an excess of Apple products left over after selling them to high schools in the area, so she was in a bind to get rid of the rest of her products before she had to report back to her boss.
Luckily, she ran into a room full of administrators who had just internalized from the Apple Nomos the idea that buying 1,500 iPads for the entire William Jewell community would be a great idea to increase enrollment for the college. Both the representative of Apple and the William Jewell administrators had an encounter with a higher numinous existence that day. Since numinous existence depends on the nomos under which the individual who has the experience lives, the encounters with the numinous differed greatly between the representative and the administrators. The representative had to sell the rest of her iPads before the end of the day, so the opportunity to sell the rest of them to the administrators gave her a euphoric sensation that increased her own happiness. The administrators needed iPads so that they could fulfill their plan to increase enrollment and, therefore, get more money, so the opportunity to buy all of the representatives' iPads gave them a means to have their own euphoric sensations. Though these experiences did not involve an encounter with a figure from a specific religious tradition, the fact that these people understood their respective experiences to be numinous rendered these experiences to be numinous.
After the time of the iPads began, students who started at William Jewell College lived in a state of alienation, which means they were ignorant from the circumstantial fact that their reality was socially constructed. From their first year, new students went to a school that emphasized an image of being up to date concerning popular technological advances, including having an iPad for every member of the community and having a library that emphasized creating and uploading content to the web rather than researching already existing content. the administrators made a point to legitimize a constant focus on using technology in different aspects across campus, maintaining a plausibility structure for the William Jewell Apple NAMAS. Since these students already knew the college as an environment that maintained this plausibility structure, they were strongly alienated from their NAMAS until they came across opportunities to be de-alienated from their NAMAS. The sensation of de-alienation refers to individuals becoming aware of the socially constructed nature of their existence. Students who already went to William Jewell during the fateful day when the college bought all of the iPads started the time of the iPads under some degree of de-alienation since they noticed an obvious change in their environment. Students who were new to the college after the time of the iPads began faced more difficulty reaching a state of de-alienation. These students required conversation with students who already went to William Jewell before the time of the iPads to learn more about the change that happened in the NAMAS of William Jewell before and after the fateful day.
While all of the students still lived under a NAMAS where the administrators of William Jewell projected an image of being excessively savvy with technology, they still internalized certain ideas, behavior, and tendencies from this NAMAS, no matter whether they were alienated or de-alienated from this NAMAS.